In Court Watch tonight, a detective and forensic pathologist took the stand today in the trial of the man charged in a deadly shooting in Fresno County more than 5 years ago. Action News reporter Kate Nemmerich is live in the studio with what they had to say about the evidence. Kate?
Margot, Roger Johnson is charged with murder in the death of Gary Smith. Smith was living on his property in 2018. While the forensic pathologist testified about Smith's autopsy, a detective assigned to the case said Johnson's testimony changed several times while being interviewed by police over the course of months.
67-year-old Roger Johnson is on trial for murder after Gary Smith died in the Yokuts Valley area of Fresno County in July 2018. The prosecution claims Johnson shot Smith with a .22 caliber handgun through a locked and closed door after an argument between the men, then enlisted the help of Billy Silks, who testified against Johnson on Tuesday. He said Johnson had him dispose of the body. Smith's dismembered body wasn't found until 6 months after his death. The forensic pathologist testified Smith was shot in the head and killed by the bullet, but the extensive decomposition made the autopsy difficult.
What we have here is the absence of any soft tissue around the skull to help determine what we call a range of fire. Range of fire means how close is the end of the barrel to the head itself.
Detective Carl Chalmers described the investigation, stating Johnson's story about what happened the night of Smith's death changed multiple times.
But it was when Mr. Johnson was confronted with evidence that was inconsistent with the findings of your investigation that he would have to take a moment and try to change that story. Is that right?
Correct.
At times, Chalmers said Johnson cast blame on other people who lived on the property. He also stated that time between the start of the homicide investigation and the actual death impacted the evidence that could be collected.
Depending on how soon after this crime occurred, right? Take, for instance, this case, for example. Several months later, you might not see any evidence of anything.
Johnson sat stoically, only nodding in agreement when the detective testified that Johnson claimed the broken glass from his front door was caused by a CO2 pistol that he often shot in his home to startle rodents.
The defense said the detective used a ruse to try to get Johnson to incriminate himself. Tapes of the interviews and alleged changing stories have not been played in court just yet. Warren, Margot?